Hello everyone and welcome back to RuneScape. Today is an exciting day because it's new boss day. The boss is called Flesh Hatcher something or other. Yeah, I'm not trying to pronounce his name. You'll see why when we see it. But he's a stalker, so one of those big eyeball creatures, and it's kind of a low-level boss. We're actually over-leveled for it, so I'm not bringing potions or anything. Just my standard necromancy kit. And yeah, there it is. Mhekarnahz or something. But we'll go ahead and go into the public encounter, because this is a boss where you don't actually need to solo it or group fight it, because it's all the same thing. If you've ever done the Perilous Moons in old school RuneScape, it's the same concept where everyone has their own individual progress on the fight. So you can just watch other people fight him, but it doesn't actually affect your rewards or how long the fight takes or anything. Now, the basic idea of this boss is that he's going to put spots on the ground where you don't want to stand, and that's it. That's what this boss teaches. It's intended as a tutorial for low-level players, you know, the type of players who are fighting the KBD or the Mole is the type of players that are going to be fighting this guy. So let's go ahead and jump on down here and get in the fight. I don't know how long this is going to take. I've heard it's pretty easy, though. For us max level players, at least. Or close enough to max. I'm not technically maxed. But we're just gonna try this. I'm not using anything special. No prayers right now. I did bring ectoplasm just for the healing. But yeah, there's like 3 or 4 patterns for the spots that he blocks, so that you're not safe standing in any one place too long. And yeah, you can see this fight's not taking too long at all. Now, the good news is you can use the portal in War's Retreat to get here, so it's easy to get to, but if not, you saw it's in the wilderness near the Charming Moths, just a little bit north of the entrance to the Daemonheim area. Alright, there we go, our first kill. So we get kicked out of it, and then we can loot. And we got 41k of loot. Nothing too fancy. This is apparently a good source of spirits for training, which is pretty nice because getting a ton of low-level spirits at a high level makes no sense. Getting them on a low-level boss, though, it actually makes sense. Now, he does have one other special attack, which we didn't see. He spawns minions, kind of like Mhekarnahz does, where he becomes immune. You can actually see it here. That guy's having it happen to him. But yeah, he'll spawn minions, and you gotta kill them if you want to continue the fight. But if you kill him really fast, it's pretty low chances, I think, of getting that one. And we're going to be killing him pretty fast. Let's do a little bit of healing with Excalibur. Yeah, we're not going to fight him until we get a rare drop or anything. We're just doing a few kills to see if I get that coveted luck on an early pet drop. I don't know if that's too close on that. You do take a good amount of damage if you're standing within. So you do want to avoid it. It won't insta-kill you if you're near full health, but it will kill you. And look at that, we got a faster kill. Alright. 34k in value. See, we got some nice stone spirits, prayer potions, swordfish. All good stuff. We will do one more kill in the hopes of getting lucky. If I don't get lucky in the first 3 kills, I don't care anymore. Yeah, this is an enjoyable little boss. I could see doing this as part of the account progression. I wish we'd had things like this for the League, honestly. Now, in terms of drops, he's got 2 special drops that I know of. One being a ranged amulet that has, I believe, the highest ranged accuracy bonus for the amulet slot in the game, which could definitely be useful for the type of player who's, you know, probably going to be fighting this guy in the normal account progression. And the other one is quite an interesting little drop, because he drops the Dragon Harpoon, which is an augmentable, equipable harpoon. And yeah, very interesting. Oh, there it is, Dragon Harpoon. Not for me, but for someone else. I guess I'll just keep killing while I talk. But yeah, so the Dragon Harpoon is an interesting one. We don't yet know how rare it is, but I'm assuming it'll probably be on the same level as the Dragon Hatchet in terms of time required to obtain. This boss is definitely easier to deal with than the Dagonoth Kings, though, just because it's easy to get to. You don't have to worry about switching styles or getting a special spot or anything. But, yeah, it's interesting because it makes me think that we're going to be getting an Mhekarnahz Harpoon, a Crystal Harpoon, and then eventually a special combination fishing item. Now, the question is, will they combine it with the Crystal Fishing Rod, or will they make Harpoon be the ultimate fishing-related tool? And you just harpoon everything. I don't know yet. We'll have to see how it goes when they do 110 fishing. Yeah, I would say this is a pretty successful boss. The biggest complaint people have is that your necromancy summons don't follow you down here, and you kind of have to like go over here to force them. And because you can't surge through the boss either, that means you'd have to like actually run around if you want to force them down. Which I agree, that is annoying, and I might not even bother using conjures. I might use a different style or something going forward as I try to grind out the drops, because this is definitely a boss that I want to get the collection log for. I think we're going to see if standing here is fine. Okay, that's fine. Standing there is not fine for that one. Alright, so yeah. I think that's about all I can say about the Flesh Hatcher. He seems like a pretty nice little tutorial boss. Go along with the Archglacior and the Mole and KBD and Calphite Queen even. She's become kind of an easy boss. All those bosses work together to get you started on your journey into combat, and so that you don't have to just do Slayer or random NPC fighting to get your levels. You can actually boss from an early point now. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. And as you can see, it's for a high level, it's so mindless that I'm just not even thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just going through the fight. It's pretty nice. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode, where we will either be doing a quest or a Christmas event. I haven't decided yet. Because of the current events going on, I guess that's the last thing I should discuss, is there are events going on, and there's actually, I believe, you know what? Let's get out of here. Okay, that was the wrong teleport, but I believe that we've got the Elder Overload cauldron in here. Do we not? Yes, we do. So I could have been using that for the fight, but obviously that would have made the fight go even faster. But yeah, they're doing the whole winter weeks thing. Last week was clue scrolls. I did do some clue scrolls. I got some caskets lined up now. But yeah, we've got, I believe it's free deaths. We've got, I think, some Soul Reaper stuff. We've got, obviously, the Elder Overloads for an hour for free, which is insane. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of combat this week. And not necessarily against this guy, because this is not the best use of free deaths and Elder Overloads that there is in the game. But yeah, that's going on this week. And then I believe it's either week 3 or 4 is a Dominion Tower week. So my plan is, whatever week that is, I'm going to go crazy on Dominion Tower. And then after that week, we are done with holding off on quests that give Dominion Tower bosses. And we will start working through quests in kind of a mixed order of importance versus age. I want to get through all the old stuff. Yeah, I think that's about all there is to discuss today, so I'll see you guys... Ooh, Dragon Longsword tricked me for a second there. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!